What is cooking? Oh, oh. Damn it. I'm struggling. Alright. What is cooking? Good lookings. I decided on a scenery change. So I flipped the pot upside down and I put a yoga blanket on it, and I'm currently coming to you from my backyard right next to our grape leaf plant. Any Egyptians whose parents make grape leaves, like, hit me up. We got plenty. But let's get started. This week, I'm gonna be talking about getting in tune. I know, given everything that's happening with the pandemic, job losses, an uncertain future, all of the rioting and the protests and the politics and just literally everything going on, it is so overwhelming. And if you're not overwhelmed, I'm pretty sure you're lying to yourself. But it's fine. So my topic this week is going to be pretty short and sweet, but I really wanted to make a video to share with you guys how I get in tune with my feelings and my emotions, because a lot of times I used to not realize how bad I was until I was already at a very heightened level of depression, you know? So I'm just gonna share with you guys a few things that I do to help me catch myself early on before I fall into the pit hole of not wanting to do anything. So let's jump right in. First and foremost, know yourself. I know feelings are such a weird concept to understand and a weird thing to describe, and it's something that I've personally struggled with for so long. I didn't know what my feelings were or how they meant. So for me personally, a lot of times I would often confuse anger or sadness with anger, sorry. So a lot of times when I would get really sad, I would actually just get really angry. And that was my way of letting out my sadness, because I didn't know that I was just being sad, you know? So really take the time to get in tune with your emotions. Realize whenever you feel like your body is heating up, or like you're getting worked up, or you're getting angry at things that you don't normally get angry at, pause, take some time away, just you by yourself, and try to backtrack. I'm a huge believer in working backwards rather than working forwards, because when you work backwards, you realize where it originated, where the problem started. And oftentimes we just want to start from the starting line and we want to address a problem, but we don't know where it started, and that's the worst way to address anything. So yeah, get in tune with your emotions, figure out what it is you're feeling, why it is you're feeling that way. Also, second thing, your emotions are valid. If you are angry, it is valid. If you are sad, it is valid. If you are hurt, it is valid. Do not let anybody, and I mean don't let anyone, devalidate your emotions. That is something that I've struggled with for so long. People often devalidated my emotions, and when I would get angry, they would say, I don't understand why you're so angry all the time. Or when I would get sad, they're like, oh, there's nothing to be sad about, get over it. Or when I'm hurt, they'd be like, oh, get over it, like you shouldn't be hurt, like you deserve better, or whatever. That does not help. Your emotions are valid, so don't let anybody let you think that. If you are, I'm gonna speak, for example, from several of my friends that I've been talking to recently who are white, and they feel hurt and angry as part of the Black Lives Matter. They are for Black lives, and they're feeling the pain and they're feeling the anger of our Black brothers and sisters. And a lot of times some of them feel like they don't have the right to be angry, or they don't have the right to be hurt, but you do. Like, what's happening in the world is painful. It is horrific. So don't devalidate your feelings because of a skin color, or because of race, or because of anything, or because of somebody. Like, don't you have the right to feel the way you're feeling. The third thing that I would recommend is disconnect. Take a break from social media. Start, if you are super addicted like I am, I'm so addicted to posting anything and everything. And that's mainly right now. I've been so much more active on social media currently because of everything that's happening. But it is extremely beneficial to disconnect for a few hours, for a day, for a few days if you can go that long. But take some time to just step away from the media. Take some time to step away from the protests. Take some time to step away from the chaos that is happening in this world. That's okay. Like, it's not, you're not just disregarding the issues. It's not that. You're just taking a break to recharge, to focus on yourself, to make sure you're okay. And that's perfectly fine. Get lost in a good book. Start drawing, paint, do whatever you feel comfortable with. Sit out in the sun and absolutely do nothing. Go for a walk. Do anything you can to just disconnect from the media, disconnect from social media, disconnect from the information for a period of time. I personally do it at least 2 hours a day. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's just like an hour, but I often get lost in drawing or painting or creating content for my channel. Also, I have classes that I'm working on, so I get lost in those as well. And it's been super beneficial. I realized that when I dive deep into social media, especially Instagram and Facebook, being hit by a lot of information is so confusing and it's so stressful, and it takes a toll on a person's mental health. Like, if you've struggled with mental health before, you're especially at risk, and if you haven't, it doesn't mean you're not at risk. Please, please, please be aware of that. Take care of yourself. Realize what triggers you. For me, what triggers me is certain conversations. So I've found myself having a lot of conversations, whether it be through social media platforms or in person, with people who don't especially support either the Black Lives Matter movements in general or the riots and the protests that are happening, and mixing the rioters with and the looters with the protesters. And so these conversations, to me, I get super heated with anything I do, and I get super worked up. So it drains me. And I've learned to step back. Learn to say, hey, I'm not okay to have a conversation right now. Or learn to say, hey, I need a break. And honestly, I hate to say this, but some people are gonna get really mad at you for this, but you don't owe anybody an explanation for anything. If you want to disconnect and not tell anybody, you don't owe them anything. If it is a close friend, I would highly recommend you say, hey, I just need a little bit of time and space, just so they don't worry about you, or reach out to them and talk to them about what's happening. But to the general public, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anybody a response to a text. You don't owe anybody an explanation for how you're feeling. You don't owe anybody an explanation for what you're doing and what you choose to believe in if you don't want to. So yeah, cool. I hope you guys found this beneficial, and I hope you realize that you're not alone in whatever you're feeling. We're all going through this together. It's absolutely okay to reach out, and please do reach out. I will include a few links in the description below to online therapy platforms and different places that you can get some help, even if it's just a one call kind of thing. You can do that. If you want to reach out to me or a friend or anybody, please feel free to do so. And through all of this, please, please, please get in tune with yourself. Please keep your sanity. I know it's hard with everything that's happening, but just find pleasure in the little things in life. Find happiness in the small things and push through. You got this, you guys. And in case nobody has told you, you are beautiful and you are capable, and you got this. And I love you guys. Bye. Okay, cool. I hope this is okay. Why? Why are you like this? Okay, cool.